What's happening, guys? Cooper Carter here for G66, and on this week's Fractal Friday, I want to show you the most important quick change you can make to your FM9 right out of the box for quick, seamless live switching. So right out of the box, the FM9 arrives from the factory with 9 robust layouts that give you instant access to presets, scenes, effects, a looper control page, per preset switches, channel select switches, and set lists and songs, and then the master layout or table of contents page that we're on right now. So if I select presets, you'll see that I've got my presets along the bottom and then bank up and down buttons. And I've also got access to the scenes layout here. And then I can access the scenes in this preset and then go back to the preset page here and select presets. And then if we want to access one of the other pages, we hold down the bottom right button, which I would usually do with my heel, and then tap the top right button, and we're on the master layout page, and we could explore some effects. So turn on the phaser and the drive, turn those off, and then go back to the master layout and hit presets so that we can change our presets. Now these 9 layouts are set up perfectly for exploring and navigating through everything that the FM9 has to offer. But the FM9 actually ships from the factory with an entirely different layout scheme loaded in that I think is a little more useful live. Now, as always, this is one quick video showing you one tip, but if you guys want to get the absolute most out of your Fractal Audio unit, make sure to visit classes.coopercarter.com for my complete Fractal Audio Masterclass series. So if we go to Setup by clicking the E knob here, and we hit enter on FC controllers onboard switches, and we page all the way to the right to reset, you'll see we have load factory default layouts and settings here, and then we have load OFM9G foot switch layouts and settings. So if I hit enter on that, it'll ask me if I want to load the OFM9G. I'm gonna say yes, and now I will exit, go back to our home screen, and you'll see that our first preset layout here now has a scene switch and an effects switch. So we have instant access to scenes, to effects, and we can go back to presets. So in the presets layout, these 2 buttons, and in the scenes and effects layouts, these 3 buttons have now become layout switches that jump to certain pages. Now in my live playing, I really like to use 1 or maybe 2 or at most 3 presets for a whole set. So I spend most of my time in the scenes page. So it's really nice to be able to have access to the effects layout within my scenes page. I can turn on an effect like the phaser and then just go back to scenes. So there's one more big change that I like to make to the FM9, which is slightly more advanced, that makes it a little faster to switch between the scenes and the preset page. So we're going to switch over to FM9 Edit. I'm going to go to FC Edit so we can edit the actual foot switches. And what I'm going to do is add a feature to these 5 preset buttons here in Layout 1, which is our preset layout. So I'm going to go over to this layout links section here, and with layout links, the tap or hold function of any switch can serve double duty to also change the layout on 1 or more FC controllers in your rig. Now this includes, of course, the FM9 itself. So we don't have an FC controller attached, but we're going to set these switches to actually switch automatically to my scenes layout, so that when I go to a preset select screen, I can tap, for example, super verb, and it will not only select the superverb preset, it will switch into the scenes layout, which is what I use for most of the night at a performance. So let's go ahead and go to layout links here, edit links on this first button. So we see layout 1, switch 1. I want the FM9 to go to layout 2. I'm going to do the exact same thing here on switch 2, layout 2, switch 3, layout 2, switch 4, layout 2, and switch 5, layout 2. So now when I select a preset, I switch to that preset and the FM9 switches to the scenes layout. Now I can make one more change here by going to devices, FM9, my current layout is 2. I'm going to tell the FM9 to actually start up on layout 2 or the scenes layout as well, so that when I turn on my unit, I see this layout. Now again, live, for me, this makes a lot of sense because I will usually use one preset for 90% of the set and then need to quickly switch to another one for a special effect maybe. So I want to instantly be back on my scenes list. But also, if you are exploring the FM9 for the first time, you might want to consider trying this so that when you hit a preset, you're instantly accessing the scenes. You can see what all of the scenes in the preset sound like, and then you can go to the next preset, boom, you're right into these scenes. So spend some time with the default layouts on the FM9 and then switch over to the OFMG9 and maybe set up some layout links on the presets and see which one you prefer. It's very easy to switch between layouts by using the editor and just exporting and importing layouts. And of course, you can always reload the defaults in the setup menu on your unit. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to G66's channel and leave me a comment letting me know how you guys are running your FM9 and what you'd like to see in a future episode of Fractal Friday. I've got some very cool tone tours with some of Fractal's greatest artists coming up very soon here. And as always, if you guys want to dig even deeper into your Fractal audio unit, whether that's the Asphex 3, the FM9, or the FM3, make sure to visit classes.coopercarter.com for my complete Fractal Audio Masterclass series. For all things Fractal Audio, keep it right here on G66, and I will see you guys next week on Fractal Friday.